All right, welcome everyone to our class today, Essential Oils Made Easy. My name is Andria Dowie, and I have actually been using essential oils for about 6 years. When I first got started, a friend of mine had a class just like this. It wasn't this way, it was all of us together at a neighbor's house. And I went to that class, and really, I had already been a part of natural medicine for a little while, but it would really open my eyes to how powerful essential oils are. I had some preconceived notions about them, as you may as well too. And just know that we're going to go through some great things today that you're going to be able to learn more. The power of these oils have literally changed my family's life. We use them for everything from little boo-boos that happen to if they have a tummy ache in the middle of the night. And it was just so empowering for me to be able to utilize these and to be able to help my family and being that first line of defense on a daily basis. So today, to let you know what my intention is my intention is to empower you. We're going to go over 3 cool things about oils, 3 ways to use them, and then how you can get them in your home. And so if I've done my job today, you will learn all of that. All right, so let's get started. All right. Well, I wanted to say too, I'm going to be asking some questions throughout the class, so use the chat box to be able to type in the answers. I'll be giving away some different things as well, so you'll definitely want to answer. So, all right, so let's first talk about the 3 cool things about essential oils. The first cool thing about doTERRA oils is that they're 100% natural and safe. There's nothing added to the oil or taken away from the oil. They're just simply pure essential oils with no side effects and no addictions. They're safe for babies, children, adults, and the elderly. And oils are extracts from plants. They have amazing health benefits. A pure essential oil is about 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So like 1 drop of our peppermint essential oil equals about 28 cups of peppermint tea. I don't know about you, but I would rather use 1 drop than drink 28 cups of anything, actually. So they are actually very, very potent. All right, so I remember a time when I actually put some peppermint on my temples and I had it way too close to my eye. And yeah, that did not feel good. So we want to be careful for things like that. And we use something called fractionated coconut oil, or really any type of an oil, in order to dilute it. You do not want to use water because it will actually drive it in deeper. Okay, so you could use olive oil, whatever it is that you need. But the reason why we use actually fractionated coconut oil is because it's really good for your skin, and it doesn't have like an oily residue and no smell, the fractionated coconut oil that we use too. All right, so what I love about these oils is the CPTG standard. It stands for Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade, and it means that these oils are completely pure and potent. So pure means that there's no foreign contaminants or fillers. All right. And potent means that each plant was grown in a part of the world where the plant grows best, resulting in absolute best chemistry for that plant. So when you have the ideal natural chemistry, the essential oil extracted does exactly what we want it to do for our health. So that's the first cool thing about essential oils, is that they're 100% natural and safe. All right, so the second cool thing about essential oils is that they're more effective than many medications. Before we move on, do we have any medical professionals here? You can type it in. I believe Dr. Cindy, she's a chiropractor, she's on here. Anyone else? All right. So this will be very basic for you, Dr. Cindy, but most of this in this room do not have any sort of medical training. So I'm going to really simplify things so this makes sense to everyone. All right, so let's say that this is a cell in your body, okay? That cell that you see on the page here. All right. On the outside, they have an oily membrane, and that keeps all the good things in and all the bad things out. Now, 2 of the things that are harmful to our cells are bacteria and viruses. Bacteria usually forms on the outside of the cell, and viruses actually form on the inside of the cell. So all you have to remember is bacteria on the outside and viruses are on the inside. So let's say you went to the doctor and you had a bacterial infection. What would they recommend? You can type it into the Zoom chat, but it would actually be an antibiotic, right? Most times. And then after taking the antibiotic for 7 to 10 days, in most cases, it might clear up the infection, but it also comes with wreaking havoc on your gut, your hormones, and your immune system. Now, if you had a virus like the cold or flu, what would the doctor say? Most times, really go home, get some rest, drink lots of water, take care of yourself, right? And the reason why is because most of the modern recommendations are water-based synthetic medications, and they frequently come with side effects and addictions. And water and oil don't mix. So if the recommendation from your doctor is water-based, it will have a really hard time penetrating through that oily cell membrane and stopping the duplication of a virus. Essential oils are different. They are all oil-based, which means they can permeate the cell membrane. They can actually work at a cellular level without side effects or addictions. And they can combat bacteria on the outside of the cell and prevent the duplication of viruses on the inside. That is why they are often more effective than the modern approach to health problems. So the second cool thing about essential oils is that they are effective. All right. So now the third cool thing about essential oils is that they're actually cheaper than traditional medical care. They're more affordable. So let me explain. All right, so most of us have a copay when we go to the doctor, right? That could be anywhere from, $10 to $50, just depending. So when we're looking at visiting that doctor, if they give you a prescription for that antibiotic, we have to pay for that as well. So think about how much would that cost. That could also be, $10 to $50. In some areas of the world, people do not pay any health care. But when someone in my family has an ear infection, I will just use something like lavender and tea tree, put it around the ears, put them to bed, and within 12 hours, they are completely fine and all better. Whereas if you're using an antibiotic, it takes 7 to 10 days. Now, and my remedy will cost me about 64 cents. Now, whether it costs you $10 or $20 or nothing at all, you still have that time of having to go to the doctor, having to take that time off of work, all of those things that will, for that emergency. And we haven't taken into fact the harming that it's doing to your actual gut, and that you might have to buy extra probiotics for 2 weeks in order to get to fix that damage, which costs even more money. So my family actually saves hundreds of dollars a year in medical costs because of essential oils. So basically you cannot afford not to have these natural solutions in your home. And that is why essential oils are more affordable than traditional medical care. And that is the third cool thing about essential oils. All right, now who can type into the comments the 3 cool things about essential oils that we just went over? I'm going to send you a free sample for the first person who does it. All right. I put my email address in there, so just make sure that you email me your address and I will send those over to you for sure. All right, next we have 3 ways that we can actually use essential oils. All right, the first is aromatic. Now, when you eat, you can take your fingers and you can kind of pinch right above your nose, the bridge of your nose. All right, you're looking kind of silly there. And so am I probably, right? So right under your nose, where your fingers are, is your olfactory nerve. Now this nerve sends messages to the limbic system in your brain, which sends messages to your entire body. Sometimes people think it's kind of hokey to say that oils could affect the body just by smelling them, but let me illustrate. So when you go to the dentist and you need to be sedated, they don't give you a pill or a shot, right? Many times they offer you laughing gas and ask you to breathe through a mask. And in as little as 30 seconds of breathing the synthetic compounds through the mask, the gas triggers your olfactory nerve and system, sending the signals to your body to help you relax and often feel euphoric. It's one of the fastest ways to access the brain. This happens exactly the same way with natural compounds found in essential oils. When we breathe in natural compounds from them, they hit our olfactory nerve, and the olfactory nerve sends signals to the limbic system, which in turn sends signals to the rest of the body. This also can happen with essential oils in as little as 30 seconds. There are a few ways to use essential oils. Aromatically, you can breathe them from your hands. You can take it from a bottle, directly out of a bottle, or you can do a diffuser, which I have many of those in my home too. All right, so the first cool way that we can use them is aromatically. The second way that we use oils is topically. So you can actually apply oils directly to the skin For children or people with sensitive skin, you'll want to dilute them with that fractionated coconut oil that I talked about earlier. It's just as effective. It just takes a little bit longer for it to absorb, and it doesn't flash off very quickly either. You can even apply oils to the bottoms of your feet, including babies, and it won't bother them. The skin on the bottoms of your feet is really not that sensitive, and the oil absorbs very quickly into the bloodstream. It's a great way to get oils into your system fast. So can somebody tell me what health concerns would best be used with topical application of essential oils? Good job, Carlos. I will send you those samples. All right. Topically, how we'd use it? Maybe pain.
Well, it says Carlos, Daria, I'm using my sons, but this is Fanny.
Oh, hi, Fanny. Glad you're on. So one of the ways we can use them is topically, right? And maybe for pain or digestive, things like that. All right. So the third way that we can use essential oils is internally. doTERRA essential oils are not only safe to use internally, they are actually recommended that way. Our CPTG standard means that these oils are medicinal grade. They're completely safe to ingest, unlike most other brands. You can put them in your mouth or drink them in your water, like I have here. If you don't like the taste, you can also put them in a veggie cap. It's like concocting your own little natural remedy. So for internal use, I like to do this for my digestive system as well. Also, if I'm like focusing in on a specific ailment, I might use internal along with topically and aromatically. So the third way we use essential oils is internally. Awesome. All right, so let's go through a few of the different oils that we can use all of these different ways. So we have lemon oil. Lemon is amazing to put in your water. It's a cleanser for the body. It's also a cleanser for the home. So my daughter actually had taken ink and wrote all over her hand and then stamped it on my husband's leather furniture or leather seats in his car. And he was walking by my office and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm trying to get this. I don't know who did this in my back seat. And I'm like, well, here, I just gave him a cotton ball with a couple drops of lemon. I said, just do it in a circular motion. And he did, and it came off within a minute. That's how effective that can be. And if you think about your cleaners that you get, many times they have the citrus oils in them because they're really effective that way. And if we look here, these little dots means aromatic, topical, or internal. All right. The next I want to talk about is frankincense. So frankincense is kind of the king of oils. And when in doubt, use frankincense. It can help to promote calm feelings. It's anti-aging. It helps cells perform optimally as well. And this one you can use all three ways too, aromatically, topically, and internally. All right, the next is Digest Zen. Digest Zen is one of my favorites. I use this one very often for upset stomach, motion sickness, nausea. It also helps, this is a great way. Right now we're coming into that seasonal threat time where we get that congestion in that. It actually helps to break down that mucus. So Digest Zen is amazing for that. But if you just want to, you could use it just on a daily basis in order to help improve your digestive system to work and function optimally as well. Deep Blue is one of my favorites. It's great for achy muscles and joints. This one is also amazing for easing any sort of head tension. Again, we want to be careful not to get it too close to the eyes, but when I do have head tension, I will put it around my hairline, and within a few minutes, it has subsided. And so it works really, really well for that. Now, if you notice, this one only has the A and the T, which means that it's only aromatic and topical. Deep Blue is not one that we would use internally. You can know what you can use internally by looking at the side of the bottle. If you can take it internally, this is fennel, it will have the supplemental facts on the side of the bottle. Okay, so if it does not have the supplemental facts, that means that you do not take it internally. So check out, if you have any bottles, check that out. All right, and then we have Breathe. Breathe is amazing for lungs, sinuses. It promotes clear breathing day and night. We definitely diffuse this one on a daily basis. So if you have any snorers in the house, this can help with that too. So many different things that Breathe can help with. I also like to make like a little inhaler with my hands. I'll put a drop in my hands and then I'll inhale it. before I go for a walk to open up my lungs so that I breathe better when I'm out and about too. This is one of my favorites, wild orange. Wild orange is uplifting, it's energizing, it's invigorating. I absolutely love this. So that like 2 o'clock, time frame, 2 to 3, where you're feeling like, oh, I need a cup of coffee, instead of grabbing for the coffee, grab your wild orange and peppermint and try that. And then we have adaptive. Adaptive is one of our newer oils, which really helps with nervous feelings, sustained attention, and it helps easing the mind. If you're at a time where you're feeling some anxious moments, adaptive is great to use in that time. And when we're dealing with emotions, the best way to use it is to actually inhale it. And so inhaling it, again, is getting into that olfactory system, which is going to help to bring that down. All right, next we have copaiba. Copaiba is an amazing oil for aches and pains. It helps to settle us down, so it helps to sleep better. It really does calm the entire nervous system. It works amazing for all different things. It was interesting, this story. When doTERRA came out with copaiba, they thought they had sourced enough for a whole year. And they always release these oils at convention. Well, in 1 month, we ran out of a whole year's supply because of all the positive effects people were having with this amazing, amazing oil. Next, we have Citrus Bliss. Again, another one of those amazing oils for happy oils. I love to diffuse this. When my husband had to go into work, I would always have a citrus oil, and usually Citrus Bliss diffusing when he got home, because it just, like, he drove really far, so it really just kind of calmed him and made him a little bit happy. Helps with cheerfulness. You could also use this one as a perfume. I absolutely love Citrus Bliss. All right, so I want to tell a little bit about my top testimonial. Or actually, let's see here. Yes, my top testimonial. When I first started with doTERRA, I had I just started using the oils myself. And for a whole year, I did that. And then at 6 months, I started to think about, well, hey, what if I helped other people with this? How could I do that? And I was kind of fighting it, but then my fireplace blew up in my face and I had burns all over my face. And it was crazy because I didn't have any, things actually flew out. They hit my face. I put some lavender on it, and within a couple of hours, I had no pain, which was crazy to me because I burnt myself before, and literally I had pain the whole time. And so I didn't have any pain when that happened. And it was crazy. It was amazing, and all that at once. Well, the next day I made up a little tincture that I had some of these different oils like frankincense, tea tree oil, helichrysum, and lavender. And I just would spray it. And after 1 week, I had no pain. It was crazy on how quickly I actually healed from that. And I have no scars or anything to show from it, as you can see. So these oils are powerful, and they can help with so many different things. And so what I would love to know from you is, what are your top health concerns? Those 3. I want you to think about that, because imagine your daily life without those concerns. What could that do for you? It's pretty amazing on how these oils have changed my life that way. Even with my kids, like those things that I used to worry about, them waking up in the middle of the night with a tummy ache, that you really couldn't do much for. Now I can be like, hey, here's some digestin. Try a little bit of this. And it just empowered me so much. So think about those top 3 health concerns that you have. And it wouldn't be, our number 1 selling product is actually this Lifelong Vitality Pack, okay? doTERRA has a 30-day money-back satisfaction guarantee. This is maximum nutrition for energy, focus, relief, and well-being. If you are a person who is not sleeping well at night, or you're exhausted all day, or maybe you're hungry all the time, you might want to try this, because this is a product that has made me feel awesome. When I first started with this, I was that person, exhausted, but I was like, I have young kids, of course I'm exhausted. And then I had where I would continually want to go back to bed and sleep all night, from 9 to 9, 12 hours a night, and still be tired. And then I would eat myself out of house and home until I started taking this. Within a few days for myself, everybody's different, but for me, I was waking up at 7 in the morning. I was able to go all day long. I had energy, my mood evened out, and then I just felt good. And so I would highly recommend looking into trying this for sure. The Lifelong Vitality Pack. It is life-changing. All right, now let's talk about how to purchase. All right. So the first way that we can purchase is retail. Okay, this is the most expensive. Really, you should only, if you're going to pay retail, it's because you're in a pinch and you have to go to your chiropractor to get it. Okay. Only in professional settings is how you would do retail. The second way is wholesale. This is kind of like having a Costco account or a Costco card, where you have an annual membership that gives you access to the great products at the best prices. So with doTERRA, having a wholesale membership allows you to buy at 25% below the retail price. Now, the third way, and the only way I actually buy my oils, is below wholesale. This is the smartest way to purchase your oils. And we're going to learn about this in a little bit. So as you have learned about the power of essential oils and how it can change our lives, you might be thinking, wow, this is more than I imagined. Well, doTERRA wants to support you with this essential oil journey. And our goal isn't that you have just one bottle of tea tree or deep blue for joint pain. Our goal is to teach you how to live a natural lifestyle. So when things come up like pain, allergies, cold, or the flu, instead of reaching for medicine, you can reach for natural solutions that don't have any side effects. So doTERRA put some kits together that are cheaper than if you bought your oils individually. And this is one of the ways that you can purchase below wholesale. So if you added up all the cost of the oils, the kit will always be cheaper. All the kits include a free wholesale membership. And from me, you'll get a welcome packet, a personal consultation, access to our VIP education group, our community and giveaways, and ongoing support. And so you'll have everything that you need at your fingertips. So let me tell you a few things about the kit. All right. So the standard is the Natural Solutions Kit. Then it's the Healthy Habits Kit, and of course the Healthy Start Kit. So the Natural Solutions Kit is actually my favorite kit. It has mostly everything you need to replace your entire medicine cabinet. You've got all the most important oils, a diffuser, the amazing digestive enzymes, and probiotics to support your gut, the incredible immune oils in soap and sanitizer, and even soft gels. And finally, that Lifelong Vitality Pack trio that I was talking about. This kit saves you $250 off the wholesale price. So it's by far the most cost-effective way to get started. Now, the next kit is the Healthy Essentials Kit. This kit has 10 of the most important oils that we've talked about today. It also has an amazing diffuser, which goes for 10 hours. And these bottles are the 15 milliliter or the larger bottles. Now, the next kit is the Healthy Start Kit. This kit is actually the lowest price point, but it still comes with 10 important oils. But these are in the smaller 5 milliliter bottles. And you also get the Brevi diffuser, and you save $25 off the purchase of this kit. And don't worry, we'll help you find what the perfect kit is for you. But right now, I want to talk a little bit about back to school. Did you know that we have an amazing kids kit? Okay, this isn't just for kids, all right? I have been actually using the digestive blend with this. But if you want your kids to be empowered, this is an amazing little kit with rollers that are already diluted, perfect for them to be able to use. And right now, doTERRA actually has 15% off in August, 3 things that you can add on to your kit. Or if you're a current member, you can purchase these at 15% off. The first is InTune. InTune is our focus blend. So for those times where you really need focus, when you really need to be able to pay attention, InTune literally does it like that. It's interesting. Jamie, who's one of my leaders, in the middle of classes, she would go on a tangent. I would run up and I would actually put that on the back of her neck, and it would help her to come right back and to be able to focus. So we understand how important that is. The second one that's 15% off is Motivate. All right, so are there times where you feel like, I just don't really want to do anything today? And then by the end of the day, you're feeling bad and regretting that decision? Use Motivate. It will get you up. It will get you doing what you need to do. If I showed you my office, I've been using a lot of Motivate lately. I've really been organizing my office and it's starting to look really great. It's not overdone anymore. So Motivate has been amazing for that. And then last is the kids focus blend, which is Thinker, which is a little bit more citrusy than the Intune is. And so Thinker is amazing, absolutely, for that focus. So for you or your people in your life who need that, okay? All right, so if you know what you want, absolutely text us. Text us your top 3 health concerns, or you can actually text the person that invited you to this class as well. All right, so we have found that there are actually 3 types of people who come to these classes. The first type of person is just excited to learn and live a natural lifestyle. When they learn about the power of the essential oils, they just can't wait to share their products with their family. doTERRA supports this type of person by providing free essential oil education. So we do weekly ongoing education classes every Thursday at 6:30. Highly recommend you come to those. And if you come to all of them, you're going to get a special gift from the person that invited you to those as well. So Fanny, I see you're on here. Your daughter has your special gift. I can't wait for you to get it, for sure. The second type is sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, my mother needs these oils, or I want a friend to learn about this. If these people naturally want to share what they love, doTERRA supports this type of person through a generous system to reward people who share the products. As these people consistently share over time, they can have their oils they purchase paid for each month. We call this free natural healthcare. And there's thousands and thousands of people all over the world who are currently receiving free natural healthcare from doTERRA. Now the third person. The third person has been watching me this entire time and thinking, that's what I want to do. I want to change people's lives through educating people about the power of essential oils. And doTERRA rewards this person through an incredibly generous compensation plan. As these people educate others about the power of essential oils, they can earn enough to supplement or even replace their income so they can become financially free. And so if you're the second or third type of person, let us know that too. We are here to help. All right, so there's one other thing that I would definitely want to talk about. Something super cool. All right, so have you seen this before? Do you want this? All right, this holds 8 of my ongoing on-the-go oils. It's perfect because you always have your oils with you. So if a kid's crying in the back seat, you have lavender. Or if someone eats the wrong thing while you're out, you have some Digestion. It's awesome. Everyone needs one of these on their keys so they can have access to the oils whenever they need them. And so here's the thing. You actually are not going to purchase this. This is a reward that you can earn from me. So if any of you would love to invite some of your friends and teach a class, we'll teach a class just like this and do what we did today. I'll send you home with one of these keychains. I'll actually send it to you through the mail since we're electronic. And here's how it works. You will receive the keychain without all of your oils will be empty. But when we go to put this in the calendar, I'll give you that keychain. And then when we decide the date that's going to work, we'll actually have your class. And then for every person that you invited that actually comes to the class, I'll put an oil in your keychain. All right, so if you have 4 people, I'll put 4 oils in there. If you have 8, I'll fill the whole thing for you. So definitely write down those 3 health concerns that you have and maybe some of the people that you could invite to an event like this, okay? Awesome. All right. So we've gone through so much today, and I just appreciate all of you for being on in order to learn more about these oils and what they can do from you. But I would not be doing my job if I didn't at least go through a little bit in more detail of the 3 types of people that we actually, that we do work with. So I'm glad that you have decided to learn about the joy of essential oils, but I want to tell you a little story about a man who hauled buckets for a living. Buckets of water. He lived far away from the closest water source, and every day he would walk back and forth hauling his buckets of water to sell them to the local villagers. If he wanted to make more money, he had to work harder and longer hauling buckets. After many years, he grew tired and wanted a different lifestyle. Then one day, inspiration came. If he used his spare time to build a pipeline, eventually he could be free from hauling buckets. So he labored diligently for a few years to build his pipeline. It stretched all the way from the water source to the village. The day he turned on the spigot, everything changed. He no longer had to haul buckets for a living. He successfully created an unlimited supply of water, improved the lifestyle for the villagers and himself, and created a residual income. He finally felt free. Many of us spend our lives trading hours for dollars and lack fulfillment or sense of purpose. With doTERRA, anyone can choose to create better health, more time with family, and financial freedom through sharing essential oils and building a lasting residual income. Now, doTERRA's mission is to bring the highest quality essential oils to the world. There are millions of people all over the world today changing their lives and their families' lives with doTERRA. Because the oils work so well, our retention rate is almost 4.5 times this industry average. Typical direct selling companies lead with a business opportunity, and because their product isn't their focus, when people are no longer interested in the opportunity, they stop buying the product. doTERRA is much different. We lead with powerful products that change lives, and people purchase these products regardless of the business opportunity. doTERRA was named the largest essential oil company in the world and is currently blessing people in over 110 countries. The vast majority of all doTERRA's products are exclusive and unique. They are led by an executive team with over 150 combined years of experience in this industry. One of the things that means most to me is how doTERRA creates economic opportunities all over the world in developing nations. They give back to the disadvantaged communities and pay the growers fairly and teach them how to preserve the agriculture. So the Healing Hands Foundation, when I started with oils, it was the oils that kind of brought me in. But when I learned about that Healing Hands Foundation doTERRA has, that really is what grabbed me. I went onto YouTube and I watched some videos of doTERRA not only offering people a hand out, but a hand up. If there's an area that they need a hospital, doTERRA will build it. If there's a place that they need medical care, doTERRA will build it. In Africa, they actually had, there was a really high rate of women who were losing their babies because they had no prenatal care. And doTERRA built a whole campus that has the prenatal care, it has the doctors, it has the little spaces for them to be able to stay during their pregnancy. And that's what doTERRA does. It's not just about the oils, but it's us helping those communities that we're in and sourcing to. Highly recommend you go to YouTube and you look up doTERRA Healing Hands Foundation, especially if you need a good cry, because it's amazing the things that our company has actually done. There are so many possibilities with doTERRA. We talked a little earlier about the 3 types of people that comes to these classes. So the first type of people, they love to live that lifestyle and want their own family to live this way too. The second type can't wait to share this information with people they know it will benefit. And as you share with others, you will receive commission and you'll be able to pay for all the products you want in your home. As you consistently share with other people, you'll be able to create a supplemental income. I know people that have been able to pay off for college tuition, get a second car, or pay off debt. The third type of person that comes to these classes wants to do it exactly what I do. They want to teach the power of essential oils. These people who want to build a doTERRA business have unlimited potential financially. So for myself, my biggest why was I wanted to pay for vacations for my family. We didn't have enough money to be able to do those kinds of things, and doTERRA has provided that. Now my why has gotten so much bigger of the different people that I can help. And so whatever it is for you, we have things that and ways that we can help you at whatever level that is. And just like the man who was tired of hauling buckets, if you're interested in learning how to build the doTERRA pipeline and change your life financially, let us know. All right. So how we do this is just how you probably got introduced to this. We sample, we teach, we enroll, and then we help support those people. The income potential is boundless. I mean, look at that presidential diamond making $104,000 a month. That's a month. That can be for you. And maybe you're just like, you know what? I just want to get my oils paid for. Hey, we have a place for you as well. And so how much time is involved? If you just want your oils paid for, it's about 3 to 5 hours a week. If you want to actually supplement your income, 5 to 15 hours a week. And if you want to replace your income like I have, it's 15 to 30 hours per week in order to be able to get to that point. But imagine, what could you do with that? So if you're passionate about oils and you love people and you're willing to follow a system and get things done, then maybe this is an opportunity for you to be able to start sharing oils with other people. So the next step is if you don't have a wholesale account, we need to start there. Let's get you your kit. Let's get you started. If you do, we can talk about what upgrading means and how we set up our 100-point LRP. Reach out for help. We'll plug you into all of our training and our resources. And start making a list of people that you want to sample. Don't prejudge. You just never know who may say yes and who may say no. You just have to go sample everyone. People are looking for what we have, you guys. They're looking for another alternative. They see the commercials on TV. They see all of that that's happening out there with those pharmaceuticals and those side effects. And they're looking for safe, effective ways in order to be able to help themselves. A friend of mine, she had cut her finger and she had just gone to the doctor and they're like, it's not healing well. And so she was desperate, which when most people come to me, they're like, I'm so desperate. Fine, I'll try those oils now. I'm like, sure, I'll send you a sample. Her before and afters, you guys, is amazing on how quickly it's healing, how much better it looks, and her pain subsiding tremendously from that sample I gave her. So you have an opportunity to change people's lives that way too. So I'll leave you with this. The only thing keeping you from what you want is your story about why you can't have it. So, all right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining us today on this amazing class. I'll stop sharing my screen. I appreciate all of you joining me. This will be recorded. So if you want to rewatch it or you have a friend who wants to watch it, just let me know in the comments and I will send that over to you. So, all right.